Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Biome Exile SMP. We today are going to be doing something in this biome which is a little bit of a change considering last episode obviously we spent quite a lot of time in the spawn doing our shop. But before we do start today's episode I do actually have to go back to spawn. And luckily it's nothing to do with us, we don't have to go over to either of our two shops or 1.5 shops at the moment because it's not actually open. We actually are coming over here to Lord Oprah's shop. Because he is selling, quite obviously, as you can tell by the fact he's using so much of it in his build, dark oak. And he has recently redone his building, and he also seemingly moved his chests around. But he is supposed to be selling dark oak. And I'm pretty sure water lilies, vines, red roses, and slime balls, he is not selling them there. Let's see if he's selling dark oak in here at all. No, it doesn't look like it, and we can't access this chest, I'm assuming. Can we access this ender chest? Yes, we can. Cool. We need to get an ender chest at some point. That is a priority for us to get, actually, come to think of it. Also, I just realized, I was watching one of his videos a little while back, the video in which he was making this piston door, and something I found quite amusing, I've just realized, is he was kind of... not jokingly, but he was saying, praising his piston door, which is a 2x2, and it's a nice door, it's made of quartz and whatever, but I feel like I inadvertently just tried to one-up him by adding 2 3x3 spiral doors. Hopefully he doesn't take that as like a challenge. I just think they look really nice. But yeah, it looks from here that he is not selling dark oak. I can kind of see why, because he's probably using it a lot on this build, but hopefully the framework looks like it's done, so hopefully he can restock fairly soon, because dark oak is my favorite log out of what is, I think, 6 potential logs. I think there's 6 logs in the game. So yeah, hopefully he gets that done fairly soon, because I actually plan to use quite a lot of it for today's episode, and I've only got 64 of them at this moment in time. Also, is this spruce? Fair enough, it just looked weird in this texture pack. It looked very close to dark oak, I was very unsure. To be fair, actually, if it looks so close to dark oak, maybe we can use it as a substitute for the moment. Might be a thing. But yeah, he's not selling that. He is actually on, but unfortunately at the moment he is AFKing at an AFK fish farm. I checked as I logged on, because he generally is AFKing there nowadays. I've seen a lot of times he has been, which obviously, I guess, fair enough if you're going to be AFKing. But at the same time, like, after a certain amount of time, surely you've got enough. But I guess whatever he wants to do. But yeah. We're going to have to kind of work out not a substitute, but like how we're going to build this. We might have to change it slightly up or not 100% build what we want to do today because we haven't got the dark oak. But speaking of what we are actually going to be doing today, might as well actually get on to that. We are going to be building something, as I said, in this area. And it's something I think I said I was going to build quite a while back. And that is actually a sort of better looking area for this thing. Now, this is built, this is fine, lovely, whatever. There are slight issues with it, which I think potentially is to do with the translocation bug with pistons, I'm thinking. Potentially either that, or it's just a weird way the servers are working, because sometimes, like, a piston, or not a piston, a piece of pumpkin will go over here, or on top of there. I've never seen them go over there. But I don't know if that's just the pistons like pushing it too fast and it's going through the block, or it's the translocation bug. But in the new snapshots, translocation bug is actually fixed. So actually, good point, I might as well tell Milan about that, because he actually has a translocation piston elevator thing set up at his, and that's probably going to break if they keep that. Unless they change it back, I don't know. We'll have to see. But basically, this isn't the greatest looking thing in the world. It is just, 6 double chests is that, full of stuff, and they're actually full. I haven't actually been trading in a little while. I've kind of just been busy building stuff. But yeah, I think today is the day that we're gonna at least try and build something for this. Now, obviously, as I said, I really wanted to build this out of dark oak, or at least primarily out of dark oak, but I only have 64 of it somewhere in here. There it is, 64 dark oak. Don't have a lot of it, so I think for the moment we might go with oak and then switch it out when we get there, so at least we have a look at what it is as a whole, as an entity, and then switch it out and it'll probably look better, and then we can maybe make some adjustments when we see fit. So yeah, that's probably how that's going to go. As well with the oak, we can actually see how much we need to buy, so we're not overbuying. We can, if we only need just under 2 stacks, and we only need to buy 1 more stack from him. So yeah, that should work out fine. How much is here? That's not actually that much, but to be fair, that means all these hoppers are full as well. So that's what, 6 hoppers times 5. That's 30 stacks in the hoppers, plus what's that? 2754, I think, stacks in here. Is it? Yeah. Something along those lines. So, yeah, we need to get onto this, and the problem is I'm actually going to have to break these, because I actually have a plan, and it's going to mean I need a lot of hoppers. Basically, I'm going to build a similar thing to what I did on the old Communicraft world. In fact, actually, I'm going to go to the Communicraft world, and I am going to show you what I mean by that, and I will explain how I'm going to change it from that design over there. So I'll see you in a second once I'm on the Communicraft world, and I'll show you what I'm on about. Okay, so this is my area that is within the Communicraft world, and basically, this right here is where we have our pumpkin farm and our melon farm. And now, as you can see, melon farm is kind of looking okay, like it's kind of a bit more complete. I guess that's actually a lie, because I haven't got a glowstone in any other corner, but from the front it actually looks quite complete, and I think that was kind of my priority, because I didn't have much glowstone at the time. I don't think I had a good trader for glowstone, or at least I didn't actually have, in general, I didn't have really many villagers. We had the villager breeder at spawn, but it was nowhere close to my base, so it was kind of a hassle to get the guys over, especially even for this. And is there 10 in there? Yeah, there's 10 in there. Okay, I thought they maybe bred up by accident. But yeah, I never really had too many villagers. I mean, I had some villagers down there, but and a villager in there, and for the iron farms, but I never really had, like I have, a villager trading hall in this area, and, well, in any area. We just never got around to it. But yeah, this never really got completed, as you can see. It never actually got to world height, which is actually one of the reasons why I made it a point to get to world height with the one in the Biome Exile server, is because I thought I never got to do it with this world. Why don't I get it done with this, in the Biome Exile world? And in fact, it was actually harder to do it in the Biome Exile server, because obviously I'm restricted in a sense by certain things, like redstone. I had to mine it all by myself instead of using the witch farm, for example. And other things, and I have massive area. This entire area isn't just an island. This is massive area that I can just mine the ground for. I have a massive area over there, which was just dug out in a beacon radius and stuff like that. So yeah, it was kind of easier on this server. But yeah, I never got it done. I don't really know why. But either way, we have a pumpkin farm and a melon farm. This down here is actually the area that everything gets held up in. And what is in here? Okay. A lot of stuff I'm getting confused by myself. And what's actually in... Oh, so many melon blocks. Because obviously these get turned into melon slices, and they're kind of an issue. But yeah, this is like the holding area for what I had a villager and 5 sets of double chests. Now, this didn't obviously fill up nearly as fast, considering it never got to world height. I mean, this, like, isn't even full, and I rarely kind of went through here and got a lot of emeralds. Actually, that's a lie. I got a ton of emeralds. If we actually go over here, when you see my emerald stash, that's a lot of emeralds. But yeah, either way, I didn't really do... I did trading, but not on like a massive scale as much as I have been, I think, on the server so far. I just did it kind of here and there, but it was obviously longer time. But yeah, as you can see, 5 chests on this side, 10 chests and 5 double chests on this side. What I think I'm going to do is kind of imagine shuffling us over to be in line with this. So what I think I'm going to do is have this hopper, instead of just going like in a straight line into 5 chests, I think what I'm going to go through is have one hopper here facing this direction, one hopper here facing this direction. So by priority, it's going to go into these hoppers first, I think, if I remember correctly. It's going to go into these hoppers first, fill up these chests, and then fill up those hoppers. And as soon as that's done, it's going to start filling up these chests on this side. So then we have 20 chests worth of stuff with a villager, hopefully a good farmer villager. I think this guy's actually the best for, pumpkins, and I'm not sure about melons. 10, I'm not sure if that's the best, but melons we don't really have to worry about because we're not actually doing melons, because Jupembi is actually doing that in his biome, and I don't want to kind of take away his his whole thing. Maybe I will at one point. But for the moment, pumpkins are doing us enough, in general. And I probably only use the melons in general for refreshing trades when the pumpkins are done, because there's a lot more work to go into these guys, because I've got to take the slices, put them into melon blocks, and then transfer them here, where otherwise I could just do a carrot farm like over here, and this thing gives us a ton. So I'm going to do one of these eventually in the world, I think. But yeah, these give us a ton of carrots. And then I can also do potatoes. I think I can do beetroot if I ever get some beetroot. I've never even seen beetroot properly, other than in my biomes included world. That was actually the first time I ever saw beetroot, I think. And yeah, so I'm going to go back to the world and see if we can get something similar to this going. I have to get a lot more hoppers, obviously, to kind of work this out. But yeah, hopefully we can lay the groundworks for what hopefully should be a pretty good thing. And I'm not going to have that light out there either, because that was a pain to set up, and it's really probably not worth it, because I can just hear the pistons going. But enough babbling on, I'm going to go back to the world and get started on this whole thing. Okay, so I've laid out the groundwork of it. It's an 11 by 2 on this bit, and then it goes to 5 and then to 3. Now, I've had a bit of an issue because I've had to deal with these chests in the way, which is kind of an annoyance, because quite obviously I can't destroy these chests, because each of these chests, and the 6 double chests, contain 57, if I'm doing my math correctly. No, 54 rather, sorry, 27 times 2, because obviously a normal chest holds 27 items, or sets of items, or stacks of items, or whatever, because it's, 9 times 3, so 54 times 6, and I'm not doing that math in the morning currently, but yeah, 6 of those double chests full of pumpkins, plus these pumpkins on top, plus the pumpkins in the hoppers. Yeah, I'd rather not deal with that right now, so what I'm going to do probably is I'm going to make some more chests. Now I'm going from 6 double chests to going down to 5 on each side, so I'm still going up by 4 double chests, but in the end I might have to expand a layer down to kind of keep it up with how much I can do. But I can probably only go up to 6, because it depends on how far up I can reach without really jumping, hopefully, because I don't want to have to be to get the 7th. But yeah, I'll probably say with a maximum of 6 on each side, so that's 12, but for now I'm going to go with 10, just because it's kind of a nice number to go with. So I'm going to have to make those chests, make the hoppers that I need, well, work out how many hoppers I need, work out how many hoppers I need, make those hoppers, then make the chests on top of that that need to go here, then get rid of these ones chest by chest and transfer them into this side most likely, and then obviously slightly into this side, because obviously 6 chests into 5 double 6 double chests into 5 double chests, that's not exactly going to work, so it's going to have to overflow into here. And then we'll try and get this whole hopper situation working out, and then we'll see if we can troubleshoot it if anything goes wrong. So I'm going to have to do a lot of cutting down of some wood and getting some iron from over there, and I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, so I've got 64 hoppers now. I thought I might as well go the whole hog, get 5 stacks of iron and 2 stacks of wood and whatever. And I've also got some spare chests, because I just kind of took another 64 and just kind of... No, was it 64? Well, yeah, 64 wood, which makes 32, which I've used 18 and 20. Something like that, yeah, 20, because there's 10 on each side. That would make sense. So yeah, everything else is kind of done. I've had to lower the floor, because I actually realized I had put the floor 2 levels too low. Now, I put it to, I think, 57 or 59. Yeah, I put it to 59. It's actually supposed to be at 57. The good thing about doing this from the normal Communicraft world, or the old Communicraft world, is that I built this on the same level as that, which is the pressure plate here, or the start of this chest, in fact, also being at 60, well, chest is a tiny bit lower, but this here is at level 64 on Y, which is good, because that means I can kind of base everything off of that instead of having to do different calculations. So basically we have, double chests here, we've got a 6th block up there, because I need to replace that with half slabs, because obviously otherwise this isn't going to be openable. So yeah, we have to get half slabs, which is going to be a bit of a pain, because it means I have to, use some of that wood that I don't have too much of up. But yeah, we're going to have to get rid of all these, and then transfer the hoppers we're going to have to throw a few hoppers down that way, well, we'll probably start from this level because we're going to have to throw a hopper like back there to go down, and then we're going to go here and go straight into this one because obviously we can't have them both going both ways from each level. So because it's probably going to be quite laggy as soon as I destroy these chests, because as I said, 54 stacks of items. I don't want to ruin the recording potentially, like screw the frame rate up or whatever. So I am going to do that off camera, and then we'll do the hopper stuff on camera. So I'll see you in a second once all these chests are gone and done with. Okay, so I've cleared out the hoppers and the chests, obviously. These actually 5 chests here are currently filled, or 5 double chests, and I think, yeah, up to this one. So this one and half of this one pretty much are now filled. I've also realized that there's a repeater there, which kind of sucks, but at the same time, this block here should be where or actually it should, I think, be here. Should be where a villager is. Potentially this block or this block, I actually can't remember. So it shouldn't actually impede that. We might have to switch that block out for aesthetic purposes, but this will all be filled in at some point anyway, because that is going to go off in this direction, and that's going to go off in this direction. This is going to then get covered up anyway, or at least I hope. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we'll fill that up. You know, fill these in and stuff. We might have to. I don't know if we have to drag this out one more. Ooh, that would suck if we have to drag it out one more. I'm gonna have to go quickly check the world then and see if that's the way we want to do it, because it's kind of we might have to pull it out one more in this direction to get it to work the way we want it to. So I'll quickly work that one out. It shouldn't be too much of a pain if we have to. But yeah, I'll see you in a second. Okay, so I have now moved it a layer back, and I just realized I should probably not put those there. I've realized like I'm a weird amount of... I've done like 3 of these, then 5, and then that. That's weird. So I guess I should fix that at some point. Let's actually do it now. What I've been doing in the meantime is obviously kind of cleaning a few things up, pushing it back, and the main one is actually I have been... this is supposed to be stone for the moment. We'll switch it out in a second. Actually, that should be oak. We'll do that in a second, as I said. And so should these be oak. Because while I would love to have, you know, some ever so lovely dark oak, as I said, none is currently in stock. We haven't got any saplings or whatever, so we don't have the ability to make any even if we wanted to. So we are going to have to kind of hold off for a moment. So we are actually going to be kind of having to basically get rid of the wall that I kind of built, or the fix of the wall that I built, and I'm not sure how I want to do that. I think I'll do that for the moment, because how do we want it like that tool? We'll fix all this in a second. Actually, no, we will put that back. That'll probably become a stair at some point, and an upside down stairs. In fact, actually, I think we have some spare that I might actually use for concept purposes back here, and I should probably replant those. Where's the oak ones? I swear I had some oak. There they are. Let's pick up all this stuff and replant them quickly. Right, so now that we've cleared all that up there, then we have, you know, just this to carry on with, and we're just basically going to do basic stuff like this. We got feather falling, so it's not really going to impact us too much. And then gonna do it here. And again, we'll go through this kind of a bit more when we actually get to having, you know, some better, or the correct oak or logs we want. I just realized a bit of an issue. I'm going to ever so quickly put that there, and that's how it's supposed to go. And you, mushroom, should not be here. Bye-bye. And then we're going to have to do the same on the other side. So let's quickly just get that going, because otherwise it's going to look weird. And same with you. Let's take you down. And then we'll see how it looks with at least the front bit done for the moment. The back is something we will have to do straight after if this looks okay. Okay, so I've thrown it onto Quake Pro to kind of get a good look at the room, like overall, because otherwise we can't see that on my normal FOV. I think it's looking pretty good. I've obviously extended this out a tiny bit. Let's actually put my FOV back to where it's supposed to be. I think I just said FOV wrong. Either way, I've put a glowstone block under here. I've also obviously done all this stuff. I've put a stone slab here because it's kind of all I have in my inventory. I will switch it out maybe at some point for a wooden slab if it comes to it. I might just leave it as a stone slab though, just to kind of have a tiny bit of contrast, because I don't want it all just being one color, pretty much, well, three kind of anyway, because I'll have this kind of lighter brown, darker brown, and then gray. And kind of this as well. But either way, that's where the villager is going to go if we get like a perfect farmer villager. Well, I say perfect, I mean as in perfect pumpkin trade, because luckily for this, we don't actually have to worry about getting a perfect melon and pumpkin trade, because we don't have a melon tower. So we can just go for a perfect pumpkin trade, which is eight pumpkins for an emerald, which is 8 emeralds per stack. And it really doesn't matter what the other trades are. Now, it would be nice if they're good trades, because then it allows us to unlock, like, because it'll lock out, and then it'll be nice if we can use the least amount of items to get it back from locking out. But in the end, it doesn't matter. We're going to have farms for carrots and potatoes and whatever at some point, so it's not going to matter. And we can just use our emeralds that we got to unlock him as well by getting, pumpkin pies and stuff like that. So, yeah, I think this is looking good. I need to kind of carry on the whole theme throughout here. I might try and add some stuff onto the wall just to kind of make it less of one whole uniform thing. Again, this is going to be dark oak though, so it will look, in my opinion, a lot better, because, I don't know, dark oak looks better than this whole normal oak thing. So I'll go fill that in, and then we can work on the hoppers, which actually means I'm probably going to have to get rid of some of this wool anyway, which kind of sucks. But yeah, we'll get all this wool done. I'll see you in a sec when we get onto all the hopper stuff. Okay, so I've gone and filled in all of this on every side. Hopefully I can make it look a little less just kind of one texture at some time in the future. But again, this is kind of a concept thing for the moment, just kind of get it looking better and working. But we are actually going to have to get rid of a lot of this stuff, because we actually need to get hoppers sorted, obviously, because otherwise how are we going to, get hoppers going into these chests on their own? So priority is going to be these chests second, so 5 chests in total. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I kind of, okay, that was weird. Anyway, that's, all 5 of those. Then we're gonna have them leading in from here. We need to kind of find the original hoppers. Here they are. And then we kind of need to find the chests that we want. What we're going to have is, we need this hopper going out this direction, so what's going to end up happening is, again, we're going to go like this, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I think I've just thrown some stone into this bottom chest, potentially. Nope, okay, it probably went up, I don't know what it did, but we'll find out later, I guess. And those can know, they can just kind of stay where they are. And what we're going to have to do now is get this is going to be a bit difficult. That's probably now going to go to the bottom hopper, because it has nowhere to go. And then we're going to have to get one of these and kind of carry this on this direction with this hopper, carrying on like that, which then allows us to do this. So I'm thinking, yeah, they should go into the left one first and then the right one second, or I guess right one and then left one, I'm thinking. And well, either that or it should just equally share itself out sometimes. We'll have to see how that goes. But overall, I think we should be fine as we are. So we can probably get a few going in each sort of hopper sometime soon. There we go. And now what we need to do is kind of clean this place up. So I'll see you in a second once it's all cleaned up, because it's looking like a bit of a mess right now. And then we'll see if this thing is all working and good. Okay, so it is as I thought originally, which is basically what's going to happen is in terms of priority, what's going to happen is they are going to go over in this direction and fill these up. Now, these are already pretty much filled up. In fact, they are all actually filled up. And these hoppers are now starting to fill up behind here, as you can see. But every so often, either due to lag possibly, or I think just sometimes maybe it's like just a small chance, it is actually going over into these chests and slowly going into these hoppers. As you can see, currently this has 8 And I think we can all agree this going up to world height is producing quite a lot more than 8 every so often. So yeah, I think what's happening is it's prioritizing the left set of hoppers and then going on the right set of hoppers every so often. Obviously, when the left set of hoppers end up filling up, or the hoppers themselves actually fill up, they're just going to go to this hopper after. So, you know, in the end, they're all going to fill up. It's just basically an increase in storage and also a place for us to put a farmer villager at some point to be able to trade with him. So all we need to do with them now is get some dirt, some mycelium, and some more dirt, just whatever dirt we can, and fill up this thing up here. Try and make it look a bit more natural, as I said previously. In fact, we can actually prioritize with dirt because mycelium will obviously grow over that. And what we can actually do with this mycelium, this 27 mycelium that we randomly have, we can actually go and sell that. Well, kind of. We can put it in our shop to sell. So at least we have something in our shop because I actually haven't stocked it up recently. So, yeah. And I'm not sure how many people want mycelium, but if they do, they can have it. So what I think I'm going to do is just kind of try and make it a bit more natural. Maybe like that. Actually, I think it probably looked more natural like that, to be honest. Because I feel like if I do it with the 3, it looks like I've just tried to line it up or whatever. But either way, whatever works, we'll make a trapdoor at some point. We'll put it on here so that, you know, we can just go down here whenever. And we'll try and get a nice farmer villager. I'll start sorting out these villagers that I have over here, because I have quite a lot, obviously, at the villager breeder over here. In fact, we can actually probably have a look at how many we have, entity-wise. Right, so we have around about 57, 60-ish entities going up and down, depending on where we're looking. But yeah, definitely a lot, and hopefully we have at least 1 farmer in there that we can kind of hold off on. I mean, we did get 2 farmers, as I previously said. I did keep them around here for a little bit, but unfortunately, they got struck by lightning, which is really unfortunate, and turned to witches, and one of them actually had, I think, 8 pumpkins. It was either 8 or 9 pumpkins for an emerald, so he was very close to being a perfect pumpkin villager. But that's going to be it for this episode. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.